Hi, I'm Carrie, and I am here with the 2026 energy reading for the fire signs. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cards shuffled up, and then I will be back with the reading. Okay, we're going to start with Aries. Aries, what I get with these cards, you've got a lot of pentacles going on here. And what I feel 2026 for you, Aries, is going to be looking for ways to shore up your finances, looking for ways to bring more stability to your finances. The Two of Wands tells me that you are setting goals or trying to make a plan right now and how to go about doing this and how to achieve this. I also feel with these these set of four cards right here, you are trying to come up with a plan either to pay off debts, pay down debts. You're looking for a freedom. That's what I get with this. There is especially with this Ten of Pentacles kind of sitting right here in the middle, you're looking for a freedom to not be uh, enslaved to your finances, to working. That's what I get with this. You're looking for new ideas, a path that is going to give you steady income or extra income or a more secure way to profit. But I feel with the Seven of Pentacles on the other side, right here at the top, that you're not sure if the plans that you're putting in place in 2026 are actually going to reap the rewards of this Ten of Pentacles. There is a give and take that's going to be needed from you with this energy in the 2026 Aries. There is a giving of your time, a giving of your energy, spending more time at work, taking on extra jobs, that sort of thing, in order to reach this financial security. And with that comes the Five of Cups. So that there's a sense of loss here. So you're pursuing and you are trying hard to either, like I said, get out of debt or secure your finances for your family or just yourself in one way or another. And it's going to take a lot from you. And I feel like partway through the year, because I had the Judgment card fall out too, so I kept it. I feel like partway through the year, you're going to be feeling like, is this all worth it? Did I do the right thing? Am I making the right choices? Am I just working myself to death and therefore, not taking any time to enjoy it? I also feel that in these cards here, it's just purely focused on the financial aspect, the material aspect of life. How can I make life better? How can I make my finances more stable? How can I achieve what it is that I'm trying to achieve in work or whatever? That is what the main primary energy for you, Aries, is. But again, the only cup I have is one of emotional loss. So, and there's no swords, there's no like critical thinking as far as those plans go. So I feel like you're going to be rethinking some choices. You're going to come to that aha moment of, maybe this this isn't the year that I need to have it all, but I've made a good start. Something along those lines, I feel with this, because I feel with this Five of Cups and all the pentacles that I have right here, you're going to burn yourself out in the process of this. I'm not saying it can't be achieved, but maybe it's going to be at a slower pace because we got that Knight of Pentacles there. That's a very slow moving energy. Even though I feel like you are like, with the two, with the six, that maybe you're like kind of pushing a little bit harder in order to receive more money in 2026. But there will be things that you are reconsidering as you move through the year and possibly focusing on more things that bring you a little bit joy and not just the finances. The fact that I do have the six and the 10 of Pentacles here underneath the Knight, I do feel that you will gain some like sort of stability here within the financial realm in this coming year, or in the year that we're in, I should say, with these cards right here. But again, I'm going to reiterate that it's going to take a lot from you. I feel like with the Two of Wands, there's a real fire that's lit in you right now, that you are determined into finding a path forward in order to reach this stability, to secure up the coming years for yourself. I think it's really interesting that this like devil, demonish character or whatever is here in this Knight of Pentacles. So that's like another nod to where I said about feeling exhausted. Are you just enslaving yourself to the material? I kind of get that, with that imagery right there. So 2026 Aries is a lot of hard work on your part in order to bring some sort of security into your life. But you do need to think about what you're going to have to let go of or lose in the process of that in order to reach that security. Okay, Leo, this is your reading for 2026. What's ahead for you this year? We're going to start up here with the Fool. So you are looking for a new adventure. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to go on that new path. You're ready to jump off that cliff. And you have a bunch of ideas in mind, and you're excited about them. But here's what I feel with this, because I got the Seven of Swords right on the other side. And if you look at the Ace and you look at the Seven, they're kind of looking at each other. Are you just going to jump headfirst into this without a strategy, without thinking anything through in 2026? And if so, are you deceiving yourself in how this is going to play out? And is what you are wanting truly going to be sustainable with this Empress? I got the Empress here right below. So I've got new energy. I've got an Ace, and I've got like the birthing of a new idea, abundant. And I kind of feel like that's what you're looking for, Leo. You're looking for something that is going to nurture your creativity. You're looking for something that is going to bring some sort of new abundance in your life. I get that with those cards right there. You're looking for something that makes you feel valued. You're looking at something that lights your fire. You're looking for something that brings you abundance in some way. And the thing about that is, with the Seven of Swords up here, I almost feel like this is a block. These are all great things to go after, to chase after, to strive for. Something with the Seven of Swords tells me that you need to ask yourself, are you being realistic about what it is that you're pursuing? Are you deceiving yourself in some way about the happiness that it's going to bring you? Because I got the Four of Wands right below this. So you have all these great ideas. Everything is right here before this. And then you have the Seven and the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is that celebration. And the thing about that is, Four of Wands is building something that lasts. They are creating a foundation that is solid, that is stable, and that is going to help move them forward along with that moment to celebrate and be happy. But the Seven hangs above it. So this tells me that there is something here in your plan that you may not have all the pieces, I'll say, in 2026 to put all of this together, especially with the Seven of Swords. It's not saying that it's not achievable, but the Seven of Swords is just asking you, hey, just stop for just a moment and consider what it is that you're wanting to go after. Because if you look here, the Fool isn't even engaging with what's happening here. He wants all these things, but he's jumping off the cliff in the opposite direction. So he has all these ideas in his head for what he wants to achieve, the abundance he wants to receive, the doing something that makes him feel valued. I get that's what his main idea is he wants to pursue something where he feels valued, or that brings some sort of value to him in his life in 2026. And he's not really engaged in how to get there. He has this grand idea, but there's some things that you need to look at, Leos, moving forward this year. And are you being truthful with what it is that you're pursuing? So are you trying to go from point 0 to point 20 and skipping all the steps in between? So that's something to think about as you move through 2026. And if you go about it the right way, I do feel that there is an opportunity for abundance and growth. And it comes from a creative idea that will actually start a brand new foundation for you, that will give you something to celebrate as we get to later on in the year. It's going to take a lot of work, though, and you may have to consult with some others in order to make this an achievable thing. I kind of feel that here with this too, but you just may need to make sure that you're being honest with yourself in the process. Okay, Sagittarius, this is your reading for 2026. I find this so interesting because I've got a fearful card here. I got an anxiety, fear, worry card here, and I've got basically kind of a down and out. I also feel a left out card, feeling left out of the mix here, or yeah, not being included. Then we've got the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to pursue some things that are making you feel nervous this year, things that you feel are going to possibly push your limits. And you have a fear of moving forward with these because you don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know if all the work and the energy that you have to exert and pursuing this is actually going to pay off like you hoped it would. So you've got a lot of fear and worry about that, which could be hindering you from moving forward. And the thing that you need to remember, Sagittarius, is sometimes you have to move forward even in the dark. Sometimes you have to just keep pursuing, keep going, even though you don't know what is occurring and you don't know what is coming, and you can't gauge the outcome of everything. You still need to move forward. And I feel like this is a reminder that no matter how much you're feeling excluded from something, if you want this and this is the path, or this is the goal that you want to pursue, you should not let fear stop you. He's riding a lion. A lion comes from the card strength. So you need to step into courage in 2026. You need to push through the limiting beliefs. You need to push through the things that you're afraid to try. And you need to stop feeling like maybe this isn't achievable, or maybe this isn't for you. You can pursue any goal that you want to pursue, anything that you put your actual energy behind. I feel like you're going to have some sort of a small win, a small gain, something that is going to show you that, yes, you can do this. These are all like very difficult energies. I feel like you're going to want to give up. Maybe you, at some point, you are looking at like, I'm not achieving this quick enough. This isn't paying off in the manner that I hoped it would. I thought I would be further along in this pursuit by now. So the Ten of Swords comes along and says, okay, well, just quit, just give up. But I feel like there is a need to push through that. There is a need to continue going. You need to lean heavily into your intuitive feelings in 2026 with this moon card here. You need to remember that side of you that didn't give a damn and you were going to push forward and pursue anyway. I kind of get that with that, like that little bit of wild energy here in the moon card. And then instead of letting like the Five of Pentacles energy stop you in 2026 because you like are feeling on the outside, or like I said a moment ago, feeling excluded, maybe this is a reminder that you need to push forward anyway. Maybe these weren't your people. Maybe this wasn't your exact path. Maybe you are, with the moon card, going to have to take a little bit of a detour, throws you off course a little bit. But if this is something that you want, and this is something that you want to grow and achieve in one way or another, it's the only person that it's up to is you to try to persist through any of these obstacles that are coming up for you this coming year, or this year that we're in. Just for the heck of it, I pulled the bottom card from the deck, and it's the King of Wands. And what I feel with that energy is, damn all of this, I can achieve this. If I have a big enough fire lit in my belly, I can get through this. I can pursue. I don't care how dark it is. I don't care who doesn't like what I'm doing. I don't care what they think of me, that they're going to exclude me in one way or another. If this is the direction I want to go in and I'm seeing results from it, I'm not going to let anything stop me. And that's what I get with these cards for you, Sagittarius, in 2026. So let me know, fire signs, did any of this resonate for you? I'd love to hear in the comments below, and I'm wishing you a very magical and prosperous year.